Turn the music down, and we're welcoming into the Bike Smith studio here this morning. We have Olivia Wilcox, no stranger to me, maybe somebody new to everybody out who's going to be watching it, but Olivia, now a Louisiana Tech grad. So Olivia, welcome back. So happy to see you.
I know, it's just like old times.
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself since you're being at Louisiana Tech, and then what brought you right back.
Yeah, so I graduated from Tech, actually the theater department in 2018. Not too long ago, but definitely pre-pandemic. Mm-hmm. And I kind of took off to New York City and have stayed since. I got in, literally found my roommates online. I got a job at an off-Broadway company and just took off and have loved it ever since, and have been working in theater, also some survival jobs, but to be expected.
Oh, survival jobs in New York City.
Yeah, mostly babysitting.
Oh, babysitting.
Yeah.
All right, so I know COVID kind of crashed everybody last year, and so you were up there. I did see the video of you and Travis Fontenot. It was excellent, by the way.
And that was super fun.
It was.
Travis and I went to school together.
Well, I know. And so now you're back here for whatever reason. Well, tell us the reason, because I do want the audience to know why you're back.
Yeah, so I came back in September. I stayed in Massachusetts for a bit with, kind of shut in, locked down, because I didn't want to be in New York City. And so my best friend Katie Watts, who you also, or Brumfield, she's married, you know her.
Oh, yeah.
And she very much welcomed me into her home to escape the city. And then we all kind of decided to come home in September. And and then my dad ended up passing, so I got to really take care of him in this time. And it's just a huge blessing that I was home. And since then, this opportunity has come up to work on this show that we're going to talk about.
Right.
And everything has kind of happened for a reason within the pandemic, and both good and bad.
Sure.
And I'm just in a very grateful spot.
Olivia Wilcox is our guest, the Louisiana Tech University players. Again, what's really neat about this and being of a creative mindset for everybody to be encouraged about, we got a lot of obstacles, we got a lot of things to work around, get around, but you find a way to do it, and Louisiana Tech is going to do that with the next production. Is this the first production since, in a year, I would dare say, right?
Yeah. This is their first one, and it has... it has a lot of COVID testing, a lot of social distancing, a lot of masking.
Right. And it's called Church State.
Correct.
And it's going to run Tuesday through Saturday, but on Twitch.
Sunday.
Oh, Sunday.
Yeah.
I was right the first time. And so, folks, it's going to be for free. I'm going to dial something up here for you if I can find it, because we have a window capture. Oh, that's not it. Fork. We have, that's Olivia, by the way, and I'm Rick. And there's the Stone logo. I got that. I wanted to, the slideshow. Watch this, too, because on the slideshow, it has the Tech University Theater logo. It's also going to present the cast list. Before we get to the cast list, tell us the gist of the story.
Yeah, so it's really centered around this married couple, Charlie and Sarah. And Charlie is running for, he is the senator, and so he's trying to run. And he really deals with this moment of his family going through a mass shooting, and his kids were involved, they didn't get shot or anything, but they were in the shooting. And so he really deals with this moment of how do I, as he lives in North Carolina in the southern state, and so he battles with this, why would I believe in a God and tell these people that I believe in a God that allows gun violence to happen, and also what do I do about gun violence?
Right.
And it also deals with Sarah, who is his wife, who is like his rock, and you see the inside of their marriage within this run for Senate. And all within comedy, of course.
Oh, really? You're couching it in comedy.
I know, yeah. So, and honestly, those
to the untrained mind, someone would think that would be callous, but that is a great way to get truth and to open up a boxed brain, to explore some deeper, wider thinking, right?
Exactly, and that's just the beauty of theater, that, you know, regardless of where you stand on your religion or in gun violence, you will enjoy this show. It's just the inside of this marriage, and doused with comedy, and like the comedy allows us, wherever the audience members, to wherever they are in their beliefs, to enjoy the show, to relate to some part of the show.
Well, and again, comedy allows you to laugh at yourself, and one of the things, and as you're laughing, all of a sudden the voice inside my head said, Rick, they're talking about you. Oh, really? And I'm laughing at myself? Well, yeah, boom, and that breaks down the barriers. It's Church and State, Tuesday through Sunday. It's going to be on Twitch. It's going to be totally free for the community. We're going to go through those details. Let's bring this out here. And Olivia, you're becoming literate, too, of opportunities as far as ways to put on productions, and this is Twitch. Is this your first Twitch experience?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I did, last summer I did a show, A Doll's House Part 2. I was actually acting in it, and it was through Zoom. So not my first online show, but definitely my first experience with Twitch. But we also did it live through online, and so people could tune in to watch that. But Twitch is definitely a new experience.
Sure.
And even though it is online, the students are going to be performing live every night in the theater, and so the camera operators will be picking it up every single night. So,
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
To give them to, you know, try to have some kind of normalcy in for them doing a show, and not just doing it one night, recording it, and then someone seeing that same show. So we still have the element of this is live theater.
Right.
You know, you'll never see exactly the same show twice.
Well, and again, I just put it up on the Facebook page. For those listening, go to the Louisiana Tech University Theater Facebook page, and for the instructions, it's a link there for Twitch. You know, as you're saying that, you know, it's almost like things come full circle. I mean, it's only natural. But the honeymooners and talk about being in New York, they used to perform live on TV and you could, I don't even know about back then if you could have recorded it, but that's what I like about what you're doing. Each performance is going to be a unique standalone, literally live.
Yeah, exactly.
So Church and State, you are the intimacy director, and I am familiar with that term because I think you were the intimacy director for some productions before you left Louisiana Tech. What is an intimacy director? So
intimacy direction is almost a new thing, up and coming in theater, and it's the newest technique. And so basically anytime there's intimacy, meaning a kiss, a touch, even as an extreme version, you know, a sexual encounter, even what has been kind of cool for this show, like an emotional intimacy. And it is like we are seeing the inside of this marriage that is so intimate. And so what I do, my job is to come in and choreograph every intimate touch, so that way nothing is left up to the actors to just, you know, be like, is this okay for me to touch? Is this okay? So at the very beginning, we do this big exercise to show exactly where every actor is absolutely 110% okay with someone else touching.
Right.
And so that way we can be creative and then also safe.
Gotcha. Got the intimacy director. For some reason, and matter of fact, there are roles for people to have an experienced director of the audience. You know, and that's what my mind was going as far as like creating the actual experience inside the theater, which is what theater is unto itself there, Rick. All right, let's do the cast list as we're talking here with Olivia Wilcox. We're up on the visual platforms as well, and cast list is up, and you want to take us through this?
Sure. So we've got Brett as our main Charlie. He's the one that's really dealing with this whole emotion of like, why would God let this happen? What do I need to do about gun control? The right and the left. how do we find this happy medium and balance this right and left. We've got Sarah.
So that's Brett Chase.
Brett Chase.
Got it.
Yep, he is a first-year grad student. And then our Sarah, who is Charlie's wife, is Lainey. I believe she's a sophomore. She's wonderful, killing it.
Right.
And then we've got Alex, who is actually the campaign manager for Charlie. So this is really like a dynamic trio. Because, and this is Blair. And so she really also controls Charlie. Like, these are two strong women in his life. So we also see this dynamic trio.
Got it.
And then Tom is played by Quinn, and he is almost Alex's like assistant, and he's like the comedic relief. Sarah is also very funny. The whole show is doused with comedy. And
I'm getting a phone call. That could be my agent right now.
It could.
No.
You're actually going on as Charlie.
I am. I don't care about the phone call. Okay, keep going. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay. And so he is a goofball. He messes up. He gets nervous talking to the senator. It's super goofy. He comes in at the most tense moments and just breaks the tension, and it's hilarious. We've also got Marshall. He kind of comes in, and he is the interviewer that talks to Charlie, being like, how did you say this in an interview that you don't believe in God? So then it goes viral. It goes on Twitter. So then the whole world knows now that Charlie Whitmore, who's running for Senate, does not believe in God in a Republican state.
Got a paradigm thing going here.
Exactly. And then we've got reporters. So at the very end, as we do in real life, reporting everything. There is no secret in politics.
Right.
So, yeah.
I'm just thinking that person really wants to warranty my car from 1997. They really want to let me know that my extended warranty is over. No,
they sure do.
Olivia Wilcox. By the way, let me take this one down. This is the cast list as we are in the Bikesmith studio. I wanted to see, is there anybody behind you in the curtain and sitting back there?
Surprise, there is.
Lucy, are you back there? There she is. See, pay no attention to that person. And Lucy is a grad student. That's Lucy Knight. She arranged this interview, and you're going to have to speak really loud there, Lucy. Tell us, what do? You're in public relations, correct?
Yes, I'm doing P&R for the marketing department
Right.
in the theater. So we are trying to promote the show so that people will stream it on Twitch, because this is so different than an in-person show. And then I'm also the dramaturg for the show, so
Awesome.
I've given people a bunch of research to work on their character.
Well, Lucy, I appreciate you making this happen. No, go back to that hiding behind the... Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain as we're talking about what's going to be happening at Louisiana Tech, the Stone Theater, and Olivia and I had set up a background for the green screen. Bears eat beets. You're kind of a let's put Dwight Schrute right between us there. That's kind of creepy,
I love
huh?
him.
No. All right, we'll get him out of there. But all right, what else could we possibly say here for folks? It's free. They can Twitch it up any night, and each night is a unique performance. Sherry Skyro directing. Anything else that we need to know, or?
I don't think so. And I mean, another cool thing is I'm not the only alumni working on the show, which is awesome, which has been really cool. So, like I said, my best friend, Katie Brumfield, who's now Katie Watts.
How come she's not here? Should I be personally offended that she
You
didn't?
absolutely
I'm
should.
highly offended and incensed.
I know. Thankfully, I am on unemployment, and so I have all the free time in the world. She is working very hard, so
Okay. No.
she makes money for both of us.
Good.
No, she is the assistant director for the show. So she has come back to work on the show, and then Kathleen Schmidt is she is the scenic designer. So we have kind of 3 guest artists, alumni, working on the show, which has been a blast. Also because I graduated with both of them,
Right.
so it's just been a really fun reunion because we have all three gone on to work professionally since we've seen each other. Well, I see Katie all the time, but
right.
And so Katie has done amazing things, working with regional theater, working with the Times, working with the morning show.
You said she's in Massachusetts, right? Was that
So
the Berkshires,
yes.
Western Mass?
Yes.
Okay.
So she was working at Berkshire Theater Group, and she ended up coming back here too. So so she's able to work on the show. And then Kathleen has been scenic designing for Professional, and just she's amazing. So
I moved here in 1981, and I say Ruston is a great place to get away from, and it's a great place to get back to.
Absolutely.
So
I
you
feel all those
understand that
feelings.
now. And, all right, so let's have one more thing before we go, and help us help more. If you would be so kind, after this is done, please like the page of Rix-Mix Community Radio, and then also like this and share this message. That way we can get more Twitch watchers for the free production of Church and State. I have a nephew in Delaware, and he is in, I'm going to get this wrong, but I'll say, let's say 9th grade, okay? It could be 8th grade, junior high. And they did a Key Gwen play, She Kills Monsters.
Yeah.
And so Kathy and I said, we know that play. That play is awesome. So, I have great memories of your performances and the years you were at Tech, and being involved with the theater there for decades now. It's just really neat to see how it adapts, evolves, and this is just one of them.
Well, and exactly, and it's awesome that they have persevered through.
Right.
Even a couple of cast members had gotten COVID at the beginning, so it's just we have just nonstop, not taking no for an answer. We're doing it, and that being said, we've done it very safely, and super excited to see the finished product.
Well, I want to thank you for having an experience. Have you ever had one of these before? This isn't like 30 Rockefeller Center, It's not like where the NBC Today show, but it's the Bike Smith front window.
Hey, I live in New York in a closet, so this is like home.
Sure enough. Olivia, thank you so much. Lucy, thank you for making this happen.
Yes, absolutely.
Come on, pop back there. All right, so thank you all for watching, and help us